So the next question you're probably asking yourself is, can I even make money creating and selling online courses? And I'm here to tell you the answer is most definitely yes. You absolutely can. In fact, creating and selling online courses is a growing industry. And here's a quick statistic to give you something to think about. So back in 2015, the industry reached $107 billion in sales. That's billion with a B. And now the experts are predicting that that same industry will grow to 325 billion by 2025. And based on everything that I know that I've seen, I absolutely believe that the market will reach those types of numbers. So there's definitely room for growth, and there's definitely room for you to get involved and get started right away. And so you're probably wondering, well, if I go ahead and do this, how much money can I realistically earn? And what I'd like to do is walk you through a couple of quick examples so you can get an idea. So let's look at some numbers. Let's say you create a course and you sell it for just $50. Okay. And now, in my opinion, I don't think $50 is really that much money at all. In fact, I think it's very inexpensive. But let's just run with this example for a minute. So let's say you create a course, you sell it for $50, and on average, you sell that course to about 10 people a month. Well, when you do the math, that comes out to be $500 per month, or about $6,000 a year. Now, I realize that $6,000 a year is probably not a life-changing amount for most everybody. But what if I flip that around and asked you the question a little differently? What if I told you that, hey, here's $6,000 and you can go ahead and do whatever you want with it? How would you feel about that? Would that change your mind? I'm guessing it probably would, because if you think about the examples that I shared with you earlier about, you can make some income and what could you do with it? Well, you could take that $6,000 and you could, pay down the credit card debt that you might have. You could save for that vacation or go on a vacation. You could save for your kids' education. You could save for your retirement. You could improve your kitchen or make some improvement to your house, or you could just put it in the bank. Just here's $6,000. Do with it whatever you want. Would you look at it a little bit differently if, you thought about it like that? I'm guessing you probably would. But keep in mind, that's only selling one course for $50 to about 10 people a month. So what if we change the numbers around a little bit? What if instead of $50, you sell your course for $125? And which I think is still a very reasonable amount. And let's say you sell it to the same number of people on average per month, which is 10, and you do the math. Well, now that comes out to be about $1,250 a month, or about $15,000 a year. Still probably not a life-changing amount, but $15,000 a year is definitely a nice chunk of money to have on the side to do with whatever that you choose to do with it. Whether, again, it's to pay down debt or save it for whatever it is that you might want to do, buy a new set of golf clubs. But again, that's only selling one course for $125 and selling it to about 10 people a month on average. Well, let's look at one more example. Let's say instead of $125, you now sell your course for $175, and this time let's say you bump up the number of enrollments per month from 10 to 15. Well, when you do the math, that's a little over, or it's $2,625 a month, or about $31,500 a year. Now you're starting to get some serious money. You're starting to work with some big numbers. Now, is $31,500 enough to live on a year for, a single person or a family? No, probably not. But at least you're definitely moving the needle in the right direction. And if you think about this as a side hustle, maybe in addition to your regular job, well, now having an extra $31,500 a year, well, that's definitely very cool. You could do an awful lot with that. And so, when you think about these numbers, if you have absolutely no experience, you've never done any of this before, you're just starting out, is it reasonable to expect that you could make $31,500 a year right off the bat? No, it's probably not realistic. But if you create a quality course and you put some time in trying to advertise it, and you really put some effort into it, and I don't mean like tons and tons and tons of effort, but you just put some serious effort into it, are these numbers reasonable? They absolutely are. And in fact, there's a lot of people making a lot more money than this by doing this as a full-time job. So there's definitely money to be made. And again, when you think about all of this from the grand picture, like you take a step back and you look at the whole process, don't forget you're doing something that you really enjoy. You're pursuing a passion, and you're taking that passion and you're turning it into a revenue stream or a way of creating extra income. So hopefully these examples give you something to think about, and hopefully this gets you excited.